The wind cut through the cold air. The sound of the train echoed, growing louder, more menacing. Ahead, on the tracks, a golden retriever mother was tied, her frail body trembling against the ropes. Her 3 puppies, small and helpless, cried desperately by her side. They didn't know what was coming, but she did. She knew that in mere seconds, their cruel fate would be sealed. Matthew was only a few meters away, his heart pounding in his chest. He felt the fear in every fiber of his body. The pain of knowing tragedy was about to unfold. But he couldn't stop. He couldn't just watch this happen and do nothing. He couldn't. But there was something else. Something even more terrifying. Beside the dogs, a human baby was stuck on the tracks. The baby was looking at the approaching train, not understanding the danger. He didn't know, but Matthew did. And that made his determination turn into desperation. The baby was stuck on the tracks, and the train was coming. The sound of the train's wheels grew louder, the tracks vibrating with every passing second. Matthew didn't look at the mother or the puppies. He saw the baby, saw the fragile, defenseless life, and all he knew at that moment was that he had to do something. He didn't hesitate. If it meant sacrificing himself, if it meant giving his life for that child, he would. He ran faster, diving toward the mother, pushing the puppies to the side to try and save the baby, to stop the cruel fate from reaching them. The train was so close now, its whistle deafening, and Matthew could feel the pressure, the growing pain in his chest as he threw himself in front of them. The impact was imminent. The train was coming with full force. He had no more time. He heard the scream, the sound of metal crushing everything around him. The pain was unbearable. He felt his body being crushed, but in that last second he saw the baby. He saw the mother. He saw the puppies. And for a moment, everything seemed to silence. The train passed, but the pain was still there. He knew he had done what he needed to do. He was lying there. His body ached, but in a different way. He looked around. He was in his bed. Sweat poured from his forehead. His body still trembled, but there were no tracks, no train, no baby, nothing. It was a nightmare. He touched his chest, trying to understand what was happening, but the feeling of despair wouldn't go away. It felt as though something had been taken from him, as if the weight of the choice still lingered. He stood up, feeling exhausted, and walked to the window. He looked outside as though expecting to see something, and then he saw it. In the distance, on the tracks, was the baby, the mother, the puppies. They were there, exactly as he had seen them, exactly as he had tried to save them. The truth hit him hard. He knew. He knew that everything he had experienced had been real. He had done it. He had sacrificed himself. But now, he didn't know what was real anymore. The baby was there, stuck on the tracks, and all he felt was the weight of the sacrifice. He didn't know if he was still dreaming or if this was happening again. The train was coming. The baby was there. And he knew what he had to do. He knew that once again he couldn't let tragedy strike. The train was getting closer. The decision had to be made now. There was no time. There was no choice. The train was coming. What would you do if you were there? If you saw that child stuck on the tracks, with death approaching? What would you do if you were the only one capable of saving them? Because there's no time to think. The train is coming. The decision has to be made now. Would you jump? Would you sacrifice yourself? Or would you close your eyes and let tragedy happen? But then, what if everything you lived through wasn't real? What if it was just a dream? And you, who sacrificed everything, died for that child, for those dogs? What if it was all just an illusion? Matthew felt his body trembling as he looked into the mirror. He was sweating. His heart raced, but he knew. He had sacrificed everything. He had thrown himself in front of the train. But the train wasn't there. The baby wasn't there. It was a dream. And in the end, he was still in bed. If you felt the weight of this story, if you understood the sacrifice, subscribe to the channel now. Don't look back. The decision Matthew made, the sacrifice he made, it was real for him. But what about you? Are you ready to act? Don't let this story be forgotten.